Coming up on Winning Bets, it's time to roll out the weekend slate of all of our action. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets, as always. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Haven't seen you guys since Wednesday's episode, as there was no action to be bet on yesterday due to limited sport, so it hasn't been since Wednesday. And then we got to take a step back and we got to celebrate our winning bet. That's right, we had a winning bet on Wednesday. If you recall, we did the Union Berlin mains match and we did both teams to score. If you bet on sports via app like I do, you got the notification the 33rd minute that bet had cashed. How about a no sweat? Seems like all we've had is sweats lately. Feels good to get a no sweat win. The ironic thing about that match is there was only those two goals. So after the 33rd minute, there were no more goals. And in fact, there was a red card in the 41st minute. So that game completely changed. When you go playing, 10 on 11, the game is completely changed at that point. It gets very, very defensive. So while we got an early cash and it was just no sweat, boy, nothing comes easy in sports betting. Nothing comes easy, which is why sitting with our last 4 wins, we're 4-0 in our last bets. We need to take the time. We have to celebrate that for just a quick moment. Some people think it jinxes them. Some people are superstitious. I like to talk about wins. I think in sports betting, it's really hard. I think you're going to kind of hover around 500, a couple games above it, a couple games below it, but you're just going to hover around that 500 mark. So when you get on a really good run like we're having, we haven't quite peaked. We're definitely not peaking, hopefully. But we're going to keep talking about this good run. I believe it's good. It reinforces your strategy and your confidence level. So it's just a real good run we're on. We've got our last 4 bets right. Let's roll this action into the weekend, starting with today's bet, Friday's bet. It comes at you Friday morning, depending on where you live, maybe Friday late morning. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break from the Bundesliga and go back to the old Belarus Premier League. We love that league. We've got a matchup today. It's Zodino versus Smolvici. Zodino versus Smolvici. Hopefully I got that correct. Guys, if you notice, I don't even have a logo for Smolvici. The website that I get that lets you use their logos doesn't even have their logo. So come on, this team's not even going to win. We can't even find their logo. No way they beat Zodino, right? Zodino's in 3rd place. They have a +5 goal differential. Smolvici's in 15th place of 16 teams. They have a -8 goal differential. Smolvici's form is kind of what you would expect of a relegation fighting team. Loss, draw, just really poor form. Zodino, we actually like their form. They've rifled off a bunch of wins and draws. Their latest game was actually a defeat. I actually watched that game. It was a 3-1 loss to Neiman. I like that, you have a good team coming off a loss, a road loss where they got beat pretty bad, 3-1. So now they've, refocused, kind of honed in their sights on what they've got going on. So we really like Zodino in this matchup. They should certainly win. The money line's coming in at 160. If you want to bet the money line at 160, a $100 bet would win you $62. I'm already the gambling kind of guy, so I'm going to gamble a little more. I'm going to do a one unit bet on the spread. They're offering you the spread at -0.5 and also -1. So what you do is you give the sportsbook a unit, they split it into 2, and they put half of it on ATS against the spread at -0.5 and -1. So in theory, if Zodino wins by 1, you're going to get a win on the half and you're going to get a push on the 1. If you get a win on the half, you're going to win about $41 and change. So I like that it's a greater return on the $50. It's a greater return than the money line bet at -120 as opposed to -160. Now, overall, though, you may not win as much money. If you get a push and a draw, if you get a push and a win, you will not win as much. You'll win 41 and change as opposed to $62. If we get 2 wins, if Zodino wins by 2 or more, that's where this strategy really comes into play, because instead of making $62, you'll make $83. I'm already gambling, so let's gamble already, or let's gamble a little more and go Zodino -0.5, -1 at -120 odds for a chance to win 83 total dollars. Like I said, maybe we win $41 in a push, but that's the way I'm going to do that matchup. Zodino for the win to cover the 2 spreads of -0.5 and -1. Let's take the action on into Saturday. Let's go back to the Bundesliga. We're going to do Hertha Berlin versus Augsburg. Really like this matchup here. 2 close teams, pretty competitive. They're both averaging over a goal a game. They're both giving up over a goal a game. So we're going to go back to our old famous will both teams score? BTTS. Both teams to score. This one comes in at minus 145. So a chance to win $69. So Hertha Berlin versus Augsburg on Saturday in the Bundesliga. Both teams to score minus 145 for a chance to win $69. If we're to win Friday's bet and Saturday bet, I actually want to make another bet come Saturday. And we're going to bet on the Bayern Dusseldorf game. Bayern is playing Dusseldorf. I say Dusseldorf and that chuckles. Maybe it's because of the mind of a father who has a 9-month-old son, but I'm just envisioning my son being across from me. And Dusseldorf is a word that I feel like I could say and get a lot of chuckles and laughs out of my son Noah. So Dusseldorf. no way a team that makes me laugh like this Dusseldorf is going to be Bayern. Bayern is absolutely going to crush them. We know Bayern is going to win the whole Bundesliga. Dusseldorf is fighting for relegation. So what we're going to do with Dusseldorf is you'll find a prop bet. It'll ask you, how will Bayern win this game? You got 1-0, you've got 2-0 and 2-1 scenarios in one grouping. Another one, you've got 3-0, 3-1, and 3-2 in another grouping scenario. Another one says any other score. That's the one I'm going to take a bet on. Bayern, any other score at minus 125 for a chance to win $80. Bayern, I believe they'll obviously get 4 goals or more. They should absolutely do that. Bayern is going to be crushing lower teams like this. They have all season long. Remember, they got 5 the other week against Frankfurt when they won 5-2. So we know Bayern has the firepower. Bayern just got to do it, and let's hope they do it. So if we get Friday's bet right, if we get Saturday's bet right in the morning, that gives us enough time then to lock on this Bayern game because it's the late game and it's the showcase game Saturday, late morning, afternoon, depending on where you live. So we'll do Bayern any other score at minus 125 for a chance to win $80. All right, guys, so as for Sunday's bet, it's kind of going to be the same as last week. We're in between a couple matchups. Let's also see how the bets unfold leading up to Sunday and where our bankroll's at so you can check Twitter by late Sunday night at the absolute latest. I'll tweet out what Sunday's pick is going to be. It'll be another winning bet, so you'll sure to want to be on that. As for the NASCAR, all the free fantasy games that we play, there are 2 contests again this weekend. You've got on the Finish Line app, you've got a chance to win $25,000. And on this Fox Bet Super 6 app, you got a chance to win $70,000. So make sure you make your picks. I'm not sure how the weekend will always unfold with a 9-month-old. If I have time, I'll jump in here on Saturday, make a video, kind of give you guys my breakdown of my picks on those 2 platforms. But if I don't, you've been warned. Now you know those games, so go take their money. That's $95,000. Go get it, everybody. All right, guys, so that's today's episode. We've got our winning bets. Let's place them, get those winning bets in, and let's have a good weekend. As for when the next time we'll definitely see you guys will be on Monday, someday, where we'll sum up the week. We're already 2-0. Let's see if we can go a perfect week and put money in our pockets. Let's do it. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. I'm Jason Mattis, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.